Two. Two, did you know that your man's, and again, this is the last time too. I done actually gave you props on this a few times. But now it's official. I give you final props. Diddy got his sentencing. That shit was somewhere around 5 years. He been in for a year already. So he got 4 to do, 85% on some Fed, plus he got bread. So he'll figure out a way to have to only do probably like 2 and some change. You know what I mean? But do you know he already asked your man for a pardon though?
I would too.
if I had his number.
Yeah, I would too. It makes sense to me. You know what I mean? But same time though,
Let me out this jam, Joe.
like Diddy deserves whatever happens to him. I don't got no, empathy for whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of railroaded him too.
2 things can be true.
Right. And they railroaded him on some ego shit. One of the things that the judge said to him, what did he say? Whatever it was, I can't remember what it was verbatim, but it leaned toward, I'm about to fuck you over before the sentencing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you a judge, and I'm only saying this because of the political climate, like I really don't got no give a damn about Diddy.
Sure.
But so much shit is askew right now. Law needs to be law. You know what I mean? They lined that man up so sweet, G. And the prosecutor had said at the end of the shit with the sentences, the nigga had a planned speaking engagement for like next month. Like he just knew he was coming home. I was like, you know that's some bullshit. Ain't nobody booked that nigga for no speaking engagement anyway.
I don't know.
I can't believe that shit.
The price might be low right now.
I could fuck the price low or not. Hey, who would you go say? Would you come out to talk about how to buy pussy? And come on, man. I ain't going at all.
Hey, his message to the people was, don't ever tell yourself she not going.
Yeah,
I don't care how fine she is. I don't care where she on the Billboard Top 100. She going.
Man.
Y'all see all these niggas out here giving testimonies about what I... No, I'm playing. Listen, did deserve all the time they gave him. If they gave him some more time, it wouldn't have mattered to me none. But 2 things can be true. And in America, you're supposed to get a fair trial.
Right.
Whether you Diddy or you O.J. Simpson or you fucking Epstein. You're supposed to get a fair trial. And if he didn't, then that's fucked up on the trial side. Him getting sentenced is light, really. You know, done a year fighting your case. So that's going to count as time served.
Fed gave him 60 months, he done a year.
Right, so you're talking about 5 years, you done one, 85%, it's 3 and some change. You're going to find a way to wiggle that down to 2 and some change.
Maybe, because
he'd be home by 20. He'd be home by 28. Before 28 hit, he'd be home.
Diddy's about to be 60 something.
So I mean, listen, I'm not minimizing nobody's time behind bars, but I'm saying if these people came to get you,
I'm not
and you end up, 3 and some change for all the shit you actually did do and deserve to be locked up for.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily an apologist. I didn't follow the case all that closely either. Some of the early reports was what I just heard really was a bunch of sexual deviancy.
Yeah, sure, but I'm just saying, and that's why I'm saying because of the trial part of it. I'm saying the trial part of it, sticking to a fair trial, that shit is worth disputing. But I'm just saying that Diddy as a person, who you are, who you have been, the things we know that you've done.
Yeah,
or even just the video of you stomping this lady out. You get more than 3.5 years for stomping a lady out in the middle of a fucking hallway. So that
well, you
didn't beat high profile cases before.
Yeah, you shot them people in that club. You did that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what P say? Whatever they said, he did that shit. Yeah, he did that shit.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Come on.
You sent Shine in jail for 10 years for some shit he didn't do.
You a shady nigga. You done beat so many young black artists out of millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and that's fucked up, right? Even with all the shit I know about dude and all the shit we can all speculate,
he does deserve a fair day in court.
He still deserves a fair day in court, right? And we can all that
two things can be true.
That bothers me, right? Because
I actually respect you for that.
I ain't even talking Diddy right now. Yeah. I hate when the motherfucker got anything on me.
Yeah.
Right? Because it always plays out in the back of my mind. No matter what, I still owe for this. And I, whatever it is, I did you dirty here, or some shit got lost in the sauce here.
Right.
It's always I can lean back to this one thing.
Yeah.
And at some levels, I'll be like, man, I've evolved past that one thing, nigga.
Am I past that?
Yeah, let me free.
But is that conversation between you and that person, or is that conversation between you and the universe? Because for me, it's always a universal conversation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's not like
me and that motherfucker. I don't know. It depends on what I did.
I mean, sure. But for me, just in general, it's usually a universal conversation. I'd be like, damn, I did that back then. I did that then. I did that.
We talking to code, nigga. It only could be a woman. Because otherwise, I don't give a fuck of what I did to hurt you in any capacity.
Oh, no, I wasn't. You are a wild nigga. That's not what I was on. I was just talking about putting bad out into the universe. That's what I was talking about. Like, whatever that might be. Over the course of my life.
I live fairly, so I don't put bad out there. And I think I be fairly in the other situations too, but, people perceive it as bad sometimes.
Yeah, you lying, because that's what you're talking about right now, putting some bad out there. Like, so.
Nigga, run with it.
No, because that's what I be talking about. And I be counting blessings. I be counting it fair game when I get shit like a sweet parking space at a crowded event. I pull up, and the parking space open up right in front of the door. I be like, look, see, that's because I do right by the universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not always, not all the time, and certainly not always. Because I didn't even used to think like this. But now that I do, even before I throw an empty bottle out my car window, I'm like, yeah, no, let me not fuck with the universe like that.
There is no such thing as right or wrong.
No, I don't believe that.
It's not.
See, I agree with you when we have that conversation on some legal shit.
It's only
on some power shit.
Listen.
But on some universal shit, there is right and wrong. There is morality. You know it, and the universe knows it if nobody else knows it.
No, I don't. Now, here's the thing, though, right? The only thing that qualifies as right or wrong is the perceived value that the person puts on it. So if a motherfucker comes here on some, I really don't give a fuck. Like my grandma used to say this shit. God only protect babies and fools. So if we even using the construct of karma, right? Babies don't give a fuck. There are no rules for a baby. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever I do, I'm a baby. I don't own this. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no karma for that, right? And a fool, I don't own this. I'm a fucking fool. And nothing ever happens to the people, G. Nothing. I know babies and I know fools. They get away with everything. So I got to believe that the universe recognizes that they just don't know. So they put no perceived value on any of it. So there is no good or bad because they've not qualified either of them.
It's not good or bad in that sense. In the black and white sense, it's good and bad in the sense of morality. Did you fucking know better at the time that you did this shit?
The fool don't have no construct of morality. I'm a fool. Right. I'm foolish.
No, you're not.
No, I could be.
But you aren't.
In certain situations, it happens.
No, you're not.
Listen.
You're choosing to be.
There's situations in life where all the blood leaves your body.
What'd you say, Pete?
It definitely happens. Oh, I know old fools, like 60 plus.
100%.
Like, but I have to excuse them because I know they passed. I know they don't know that better.
100%.
But that's the same thing. That's biblical. That's biblical, right?
No, because he's not a fool.
I don't know if it's biblical. I ain't never,
He's not a fool.
You know how I feel about that?
So if I know you to be a fool, then cool. I get it. Even on the trust level, like, people be like, how could you trust this person? Or how could you trust that person? You know they such and such, family members or whatever. It's like, I trust them to be who I know them to be. So this idea of trust is just about whether or not I know how you'll behave in a given situation. In a given situation, I know if I leave bread out on my dresser and so-and-so is over, my motherfucking stack gonna get a little thin. I know that. But I know that. So it's not like, don't you ever bring your motherfucking ass over to my house. Like, nah, it's love. You can come over here.
Steal it.
I knew this.
Now stop right there. Right? Because you said your pocket space opened up. I did right by the universe.
Yeah.
Right? Put yourself in the shoes of the nigga stealing.
Oh no,
No. The shoes of the nigga stealing is who we're talking about.
Right.
He has no
Look how the universe
consequence.
did with me.
Right. I'm a fool. It has no effect on me.
Right.
I won.
So I'm saying those people are outside of said moral construct in terms of right or wrong. A person like you, myself, P.
Don't give me that much credit. I'm a fool too. I have my moments.
Cap. You choose.
I want to do hood rat shit with my friends too.
Me too. But I know I've chosen those things. Like, so I know if I went on a lick when I was this age, I chose that. Nobody said, hey, psst.
What's that song say? Everybody play the fool.
Everybody plays the fool.
But real fools ain't playing. Real fools ain't playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
in the moment, me either.
No, you are.
I'm just,
you just choosing.
Going. That's it.
No, you're
I ain't making no
choosing.
choices. It's just the wind is blowing and my body's going that way.
Even the song P talking about, he's talking about playing the fool because you like what Shorty bringing to the table. How she do this, how she do that. So I'm gonna play the fool, but you're playing. You're not really fucking foolish.
That's your analogy and your perspective. I'm not in that analogy or that perspective.
Okay.
The fool shit I was talking about has nothing to do with.
No, I was talking about the song, but it goes across the board. Some people are real fools, and they get passes from the universe.
Oh, I know. We're making the same argument.
But we're also talking about relative passes. Because they also are the same people who
Man.
you might see waking up from behind the dumpster, driving down the alley in the morning, like, oh shit, they go.
I got cousins. I used to be like,
how much of a pass are they
I
getting?
got cousins that would do shit like go to Atlanta with $7 and they'd be there for 6 months. And
Yes.
they be housed, they be food, they be fed. I mean, how do they do this type of shit?
Yes.
Like the universe just acquiesces to
Universe
it.
provides.
You know what I mean?
No, I get that.
Me, I'd have been 68 pounds and homeless.
I get that. But you know, I think standards and shit. Some people ain't finna be begging and figuring.
They don't be begging either. It's just the universe just provides. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. There is no good or bad. We don't make any conscious decisions in our life. Right? We're all active observers of our life. We start fucking it up when we start trying to make conscious decisions. Ain't no good or bad. You're an active observer. Whatever's supposed to happen is gonna happen.
Oh my God. P, do you not remember me sitting here a show or two ago trying to educate this one and E on their foolish ways of all this intentional living, and I'm intentional about doing this, and I'm intentional about this, and intentional
First
about
of all,
that.
let's choose better words to educate me. Let's choose better words.
I'll be educating the fuck out you. I'll be watching these shows back. I'll be like, God damn, what would he know without me?
I debate my equals, all others I teach.
I said I'd be teaching you.
right. Like I said.
What the
No, I
hell?
know that show, and I said what I said. But I think you misinterpreted it as well. Like, I'm not trying to quantify or dictate all that shit, but I want to have an idea where I want to go. Mm-hmm. In all capacities, in all aspects. Even when we had the conversation last week, just about what we're doing here, it's that kind of move, right? Like, let's fuck just running or fuck just driving. Like,
Sure.
what's the destination?
Sure.
You know what I mean? That don't mean I'm going to reach it, right? I don't overvalue the destination. I value the journey, but I want to know which way we driving.
Sure. And that ties into this conversation too, just about like I don't know where this thing is going. I don't know what the next thing is. I just want to be in alignment with the universe. I don't want to be in bad standing with the universe because I cursed out an old lady or didn't
Well, she
stop.
deserve to get cussed out.
Deserve to get cursed out? How?
Just because she old don't make her undeserving of getting cussed out. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I'm saying if that's the case, but that's a rare thing. Or even if she's trying to cross the street and I'm like, oh, I don't want to stop for 15 seconds, let her cross. Stop for 15 seconds, let her cross, bro.
What if she like stopping in the middle of the street on purpose?
That's a different situation.
See.
It was a lady in the street today downtown, and I'm like, why don't you just? If it was one car in front of me, and that was her saving grace, cause she walking across the street like nobody's gonna do it. Her light, red as could be, ours green as could possibly be. She, all the other people sitting on the curb, pedestrians standing on the curb. She just, I would have booped her to the next block because, people downtown, G, especially white people downtown, especially, be so entitled about the shit. It's like, if you don't care about your safety and well-being, neither do I. I'm not gonna care more about your shit than you do. If you don't care about getting hit by a car, I don't care about you getting hit by a car. As long as my light says green, I have the right of way. If you choose to dispute that, do so with no legs.
Pedestrian always got the right of way.
No, they don't. Welcome to Herb and Two. This is where we get together. We talk about issues that currently impact the black community. Talking to you, Ice. I'll talk about y'all goofy asses coming over east. Not with y'all shit. Talking to the rest of y'all too, though. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Add anything that you want to the comment section. We appreciate your opinions. They are valued. They are appreciated. Again, this is Herb and Two. It is intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. Again, my name is Herb. His name is Two. Two. What's happening, good brother?
What's up, family? I'm chilling, man. Blessed and highly favored. You know. Salute to Remy Brown too, man. Happy birthday to Remy. I hung out with Remy this weekend.
Happy birthday, Remy. I seen the pictures, man. I seen y'all all hanging out. Y'all don't let me hang out with y'all, man. I don't know. I just don't like that for real. But whatever.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, what'd you do this weekend?
Nothing. I was sick until I was sick like for like 3-4 days. When I came back from Vegas, and then I went to a Cubs game like the next day when I got back from Vegas. And that night,
What's happening with the Cubs? They're
in the playoffs right now, but they're on the brink of elimination.
Oh, I'd be so out the loop.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs right now. They're in the second round of the playoffs. They won in the first round, and they're in the second round, but they probably finna get their ass boop, 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 top out of there by the Milwaukee Brewers. Mm-hmm. But I went to the game when they was playing the Padres in the playoffs, and like that night I started to feel like this like itchy throat type shit. I was like, that feel like one of them colds coming on. Mm-hmm. But I didn't do what I should have did, which was medicated and try to stomp it out. I woke up the next day out, head hurting. Day went on, started to get fever, body ache set in. I'm like, I'm fucked up. So from that day, I think that was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was just straight in the bed, over with. So I ain't do shit this weekend for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went and did the Remy thing. Salute to my uncle too. My uncle and my aunt came up from Iowa. Went to see them for a hot second over my aunt's house. But then most of the time I was just doing some work shit, man, trying to get us right over here.
Yeah.
Paperwork type of shit.
Yeah, I was trying to stay in tune on that side, and we had a meeting that I had to join on some virtual shit because I was fucked up. And had a big meeting I had to join the same way because I was fucked up. Like I was down bad, man, but it's all good. I feel much better. Still trying to get the little remnants out.
Better, man. Got your pH working again, man. We on. Let's get it.
We outside, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
We outside.
Nigga, fix that pH and we back on it.
Fix the pH is crazy,
you know
man. Oh my God. Anyhow.
Mangina. Hey, see, I watched 40-year-old version this weekend. That's the fuck.
Yeah.
My weekend was reduced to. But that shit is funny, dog. I don't care what nobody says. That shit is one of the funniest movies of all time.
It is, man. Mm-hmm. What you like? Shallow Hal?
I ain't seen it in so long. I can't really remember it.
So funny, dude. He was a super shallow dude in terms of women he liked. So it, like the universe took away his ability to see people other than.
Mm-hmm. Had the big girl and was imagining that she was,
he could only see people for who they actually were, not what they look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they interviewed it. Yes, thank you. So,
but that's what we were just talking about.
She was so sweet inside that she looked crazy. What'd you say?
That's what we were just talking about before the cameras came off.
What?
So, me and you was having a conversation. Well, all of us was having a conversation off camera, and we was like, man, it's people out. The lonely girl video you were showing.
Oh, lonely.
Right. There was a video going around, and it was this woman who was really just,
woman.
Yeah, just expressing her pain with being the level of lonely she is.
Yeah.
She like that. One of the statements I don't remember verbatim, but one of the statements she made was like, "I don't even know why I pay a phone bill because nobody calls this
Nobody
phone."
calls me.
You know, and it was like it wasn't even one of them like just saying I'm lonely. Like Shorty was going through it.
You could see it in her face.
Like, she was like, my whole life is confined through work, and when I'm not working, I buy food and come sit on the park bench. Like this was her experience. You know what I mean? And we was having a conversation on camera. Like, man, I wonder how many people actually live like that.
A lot.
And I believe it's a lot too. You know what I mean? Then that conversation rolled over and transpired, and it was like, man, somebody they know was like, man, I can't even get his box away somewhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you start to think about that, like I think oftentimes, and I know this ain't the kind of conversation we having today anyway, well, I don't know what we're doing, but you know, I think women have and we all do it, we are victims of it, but I think there's a stereotype that goes with male behavior in general that changes or shapeshifts as you get older.
Yeah.
Right. You got, and this the science of it all. Like we got 40 billion sperm cells.
Right.
So on some young shit, you hot as fuck. You trying to nail everything moving. You know what I mean?
I got to get this up off of me.
And there's a stereotype that's how male behavior is throughout the duration of our lives. And I disagree with that. As you mature, and mature looks like more than just getting old. As you mature. Right, the consequences of laying with this woman or laying with that woman, or what's the value of, you know, it goes deeper than what she looked like. It goes deeper than the physical at a lot of points. And it ain't even like, it's like what I want, what I'm unwilling to deal with.
Right.
And it changes how you respond to people. And if women don't adjust to that, their value, or their assumed value,
sure,
right, can diminish very fast.
Quickly.
Right? I don't care what you look like. If you coming with certain energies and behavior sets, man, that dude's gonna be like, man, I ain't gonna deal with that shit.
You get to a space in your own life where it's just the value you place on certain things. And whereas at 18, 19, or wherever you are on your sexual journey, or your mature journey, your growth journey, your spiritual journey, wherever you are on your own personal journey, the value you place on something like box changes. And so if you at the point in your own journey where the value you place on box is up here and very few, if anything, is above it, then anything you got to go through to get it is worth it. As you advance on your journey and rearrange your value set, if box is no longer that high at the top, then you're like, yeah, there's some shit above it. Namely my peace. Namely my peace. And if your box costs me my peace, your box is too expensive. Mm-hmm. We can talk about first dates and coffee dates or Cheesecake Factory versus what we can talk about, whatever kind of expensive you want. But for me, if the box is costing me my peace, I can't afford it, sweetie. Mm-hmm. I can't afford it. You know what I mean?
That's real.
It's not that high on my value list at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you get to that space where it's like, well, yeah, nigga, the guys I'm interested in don't value my box at that rate. And now
you fucked me up for a minute. I was just
no, I didn't.
If you was
no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I heard it.
Because you didn't mean the guys I'm interested in.
You scared me, bro.
No, I didn't. You just be reaching.
No, I wasn't reaching. I heard it.
You just be reaching.
Maybe I wasn't listening good enough. I don't know. But it's all good. Moving forward.
Whatever.
No, it's all good, man. But yeah, it was just interesting. And I really genuinely felt bad for Shorty. Like, that was one of them videos where you could feel the emotion. Right? There's some shit that like, people ain't supposed to live like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's some shit, like, I don't even know why, but it's like, damn, I feel bad for her. You know what I mean? I sent the video to you, and it was a whole nother thing attached to the video, and I explained to y'all, like, I don't give a fuck about the other part of this shit.
that.
But the first part of this shit, I was like, gee, that's wild. You know what I mean?
No, it was. It was sad. You did feel bad for her, but I think what resonated is what you're talking about. I don't think her story is a unique one.
Right. It ain't even
or a rare one.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's powerful.
Is it her fault? Or because in most instances when I come across those women and stuff like that, I can put a little blame on them.
It's dudes too, though. It's dudes live just like she living. Right? It's people.
I mean, but I think it's dudes. I mean,
I think you can put blame on whoever the person is I think in some way you can find blame that they are complicit in putting themselves in this situation to bring about these outcomes. I agree with you on that. How you think they? What do you think they involved?
It ain't even just like what's the word, romantic relational. She don't have friends. She don't have nothing. She don't have any outlets, right?
But that's personal too.
Now, I don't disagree with you, right? But I also think we live in a certain kind of a society. Shorty was probably under 50, under 40.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Think about anybody that's kind of in them age brackets. We just made another joke offline. Right? What you doing today? I'm about to go hit the streets, but you come back 8 hours later and I'm still on the game.
Yeah.
Right? When you live in these digital spaces, you kind of fantasize about the reality of your life. Like, you got 8,000 Facebook friends, but don't nobody knock on your door.
I'm popping out here.
You know what I'm saying? You the man or the girl on Instagram, but don't nobody call you to go watch the game or come eat or that ain't real life.
I will put out a challenge to everybody watching this show right now. Choose a day. Any day. This week, next week, just choose a day. And do not reach out to anybody. Don't text first, don't call first, don't Instagram message first, don't like pictures first. And just see what comes back to you. Like, see what contacts, what communications are initiated to you first. You might find out you a lonely motherfucker too. like damn, if I don't call nobody, don't nobody fucking call me.
Yeah, it's funny, man, and you know this. Like, I hate the telephone. I absolutely despise it.
Me too. I can't stand for my phone to ring.
But you love talking on the phone.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You're the most talkless ass nigga on the phone in the world.
I talk to my partners because I like talking to my partner.
Whatever, nigga. It's still talking on the phone. It don't matter to who. I don't want to talk to nobody on the phone. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Right? And to the point you made, like, I and that's a bad thing. I'm not proud of this. I don't call nobody. And it become, I don't want to say it's problematic, but then I think about, like, shit in life. I'd be like, man, I should have reached out. You know, I should reach out. You know, it just hit me, man. I hate that fucking telephone.
P, why you think these people be at fault for some of their own loneliness and isolation?
Sometimes they just not likable people. You know, like, I done ran across that a couple times. Like, sometimes I want to use the example just I use as far as one of the people I used to talk to. Like, I go to a cleaners in my neighborhood or whatever. I go to my cleaners. It's not even my neighborhood cleaners. It was just a cleaners I adopted, black owned, whatever. But I'm just cordial when I go in. You know what I mean? Just regular, yes, man, how you doing? You know, just a regular, cordial conversation.
Right.
So I hadn't been in that place in probably like a year or so. And when I walked in that place after a year or so later, the lady embraced me like I was her son that just got out or something like that. And you know what I'm saying? So I had to go back and think, like, this lady that I was talking to, it's no place I don't think she could go in that's maybe not even a friend. I don't even think a friend. She probably would have had 3 or 4 friends that would probably embrace her like that. But that's it. Maybe family, but that's it. So that brings a level of maybe bitterness, maybe, and then. But it's something that you started, though, because that's your aura, that's your energy that you put out.
You put out into the universe. I agree with that. I agree with that. I think there is a aura that people carry around with them. It's like you just off-putting, sweetie, or homie, like whatever. Like your energy is off-putting. I don't like sharing space with you, and so I'm gonna move around. Or you gonna move around. But eventually, you do that to enough people and nobody's around you.
What y'all think about this part of that conversation, though? Like, how people create, it's this therapy lane that I always push back against, right? Like,
while you at therapy.
You could also say, you know, a lot of that same kind of energy could transpire, or you can get the same kind of results when somebody's engaged or dealing in anxiety. You know what I mean? And then we got this kind of pro-therapy conversation going, and it's like, you know, it ain't your fault. Per therapy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bitch the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? It's still your responsibility. But anxiety is a real thing, and it's very, very, I don't want to say popular, but you know, a lot of people suffer from anxiety.
Oh no, it's a real thing.
Right.
As a person who, as a person who's able to compartmentalize, I think it's one of my strengths. It could be a fucking deficit. It could come from a negative place. I don't know, but I believe it's one of my strengths. When things go wrong, I'm at my most calm. It's when I think the clearest. It's when I regulate my emotions the best. As a person who moves like that, I see people when they lose their shit, when something goes awry, or two or three things go awry, and it's like, I'm overwhelmed, I can't deal, and now I must sit here and cry. It's like, I understand that, I empathize with that. How can we get to a space of more regulated emotions and figure out what the next thing to do actually is? You know what I mean? I'm reminded of being in the airport, and this happens at the airport all the time, actually. If you're just observing, you'll see this happen at the airport all the fucking time. People freak the fuck out at the airport. They anxious, they're in a hurry, they whatever, and maybe they miss a flight, or maybe they had a gate change, or a flight delay, or whatever the fuck. There's many of things that can go wrong at an airport. And as I see these things happen and see these people break down, I be like, damn, just calm down, breathe, think through it, and figure out the next thing. Because if I get to the gate and it's like, actually, we just closed the fucking door, you can't get on this plane. I'm not finna spend 5 seconds sitting here freaking out with you about this shit. I'm not finna tweak. I'm not finna argue. I know like hell you're not finna open that door and let me through that fucking jetway and get on the plane. It's over with. Okay, that's over with. Does that fucking suck? Tremendously. Tremendously it sucks. But it's over with. What do I need to do now? And for me, I've always just been able to be calm and get to the next thing. And I think that's always served me well. Whereas I see people like lose their shit and they cannot, it's like paralyzing to where they can't move after that. And you have to fucking move. You have to keep moving. And the inability to do so could be fucking the difference between life and death in some situations. I don't know. Calm under pressure is something I think very few people have, but everybody needs.
Yeah, I hear that. Interesting enough. That brings us, I think that's a great space to transition in some of this ICE conversation.
I do too. I was just finna, that's where I was going right into that. I agree with you. Go ahead.
So I've been hearing a lot of conversations like nationally in the news, a lot of conversations in TikTok, and everybody's got a perspective of what's going on here. But then there's a perspective of the people who are here and enduring it. Last week we made national news because of the firebombing of a building on 75th and South Shore Drive, which is essentially both of our neighborhoods at this point. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where I think it was 386 ICE agents stormed a building that was,
And reports of Black Hawk helicopters and some more shit.
Yeah, people jumping out of Black Hawk helicopters. They was in a budget rental truck
hopping out in the back. Yeah.
They had a full camera crew. Did you see they made an actual promotional video from that?
No, I have been seeing the Join ICE ads, and people have been
so
applying by the thousands.
They had a job fair in Arlington, Texas, where they recruited like 60,000 people. They recruited them with the promise of a $50,000 signing bonus. Mm-hmm. 4 hours later, they denied the $50,000 signing bonus. Mm-hmm. Like, Trump is doing his grifter shit that he always does.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But to the point of anxiety, freezing, all that type of shit, right? In some spaces in the city, like, that is a real thing. A woman was already murdered. Yep. Now, the story is that she tried to run them ICE agent over with a car, and they, unloaded on her. I've seen a multitude of videos. I've actually seen ICE. Have any of y'all seen them?
I haven't seen them.
So I've seen them. I saw them on 79th and South Shore Drive the other night. I was on my way to Indiana, go get some gas, and on the double back, you know how
Another beautiful thing about South Shore,
you can go get the cheap gas.
you can go
right there on the
right around South Shore Drive, boop, boop, boop.
Right. So, but you know, right there on 79th where it turns into Rainbow Beach,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
But on South Shore, there's on Lakeshore Drive, if you turn in, there's this median between the roads, right? So if you're going east towards Indiana, there's a median that goes from actual Lakeshore Drive all the way to the first entrance of like the Rainbow Beach entrance. I mean, so I'm on the comeback, and there's cars, police cars, and the trucks, and they got a car boxed in. Now, think what I'm saying. There's that median they ride. That's about what, half a mile, quarter mile, or something like that. So either you knew this car was coming this way, or you jumped the median. Because how could you box that car in?
Right.
It's not logical to me, you know. But they also there's a heap of immigrants in the neighborhood. It just is one of those spots that they landed in, and it's not a spot that they landed. That's another conversation too, right? There's this conversation coming out of the black community about what is our position in this, what responsibility do we have in this, if any. Why should we have any responsibility in this, right? Now, when they bombed that building, firebombed that building, that's what I called it. It was, 5 a.m. They arrested everybody in the building. They kept 37 people. The rest of them went home. They say all 37 of the people they kept was Venezuelan or immigrant. Let me say immigrant.
They claim they were targeting specifically 6 Venezuelan gang members.
Right. But they kept 37.
No word if they found any of these 6 people.
Right. But they also zip-tied and handcuffed, you know, old women,
children, babies.
And they took everybody in for at least to 3, 4 in the morning.
And this was initiated at 1 something in the morning.
Yeah, and they attacked it like, you know, past midnight, right? Now, perspective, right? A lot of these agents have no, some of them are jumping out in t-shirts and jeans, and they're not identifying themselves.
They all got on Pooh Shiesty.
And I was wondering, like,
Shiesty free. Welcome home, Pooh Shiesty.
What's the recourse if they kick my door in at 1, 2 in the morning?
Minimal.
And I blow them down.
They're going to kill you.
The rest of them going to kill you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it creates calls for the real physical action of bringing the troops in that he wants to bring in. You know what I mean? So it's a real interesting energy because the only recourse, I don't know if there is any recourse.
Yeah, I don't know if there is either, because I'm not going to sit here in front of this camera and tell my people to go to war with the United States government. You're not going to win that. You don't have the resources. They can see you in the sky from miles away before you ever know it. So even if I was to be like, yo, organize, take up positions, be militant, be trained, be disciplined, put snipers on the roof, put lookouts on the corners, put this, that, and the third in place. That might buy you some time, and it might send a small message, but it's going to get all of them killed. It may be a short victory, and it may be a worthwhile revolution, which you talk about all the time. But it's also going to get all of them killed. And so when I'm like, okay, put AKs on the corner of each roof. Or if you got a sniper, put him on the roof. Get the lookouts 2, 3 blocks away. Get the communication working. Cool. They come on some random, you might be able to pop off and win that. But then now you have to move. Now you have to leave. Everybody has to be ready to leave right now.
Yeah, I'm not even making that the argument as the recourse, but there does need to be some kind of parameters put in line. And the question that I'm battling with is whose responsibility is that?
Yeah.
Right? And how do we create an energy of a shared responsibility of that, right? It's interesting, specifically from the black perspective, because we are catching the remnants of the hell of a lot of this stuff because of the placement of the immigrant populations, how they landed in a lot of our neighborhoods.
Yeah, they put them in the black neighborhoods for a reason.
Well,
It's starting to get very clear now.
Well, that's one way to look at it. There's another way to look at it too, right? And it really pulls back the layers for us to start challenging ourselves.
They always
what is
ahead.
a black neighborhood, right? So even when we think about them being over in South Shore, that would remember distinctively when some residents called the police on a group of them for cleaning up, and it looked like they were squatting inside of a building.
Yeah.
Then the owner came through, was like, "No,
I put them there.
I put them there."
That was on Essex. That was on St. Evan Essex.
It was on Essex, right? But what was more interesting to me about that whole conversation was quietly in the paper the next day, dude put them in like 22 more buildings in the community, which means he owned 22 more fucking buildings in the community.
Let's start there.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Whose community is it?
Let's start there.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what happens is when them government subsidies came down, they were getting higher rents than they were traditionally accustomed to charging.
Of course.
So now they're moving people up out of them spaces like, no, we're going to make room for our new residents because I'm going to triple my rent money.
So when I say black neighborhoods, I mean neighborhoods majority populated by black people.
Right. But a lot of arguments I'm hearing is pushback on the mayor, pushback on the governance of Illinois or Chicago specifically. Why did they place them in our neighborhoods? What my argument is no, bro, you don't have a neighborhood because you couldn't stop the dude from putting the 22 buildings up for the Venezuelans.
Sure.
Right? And then you say, well, why they ain't put them in these neighborhoods? Because those people have neighborhoods. So it's a further conversation that we got to keep exploring. You know what I mean?
I get it. But then you get down to a conversation about why we don't have neighborhoods and red line and all the way back to slavery. You can do it all, right? But I'm just saying where we live, where we call home, are the places where these people were strategically placed. And as you advance the mission forward, now you're like, well, damn, was this all a part of the script in the first place? And I think that part of it becomes something worth questioning and worth like delving into a little bit deeper. As for whose responsibility it is, I think it's the communities as a whole. And I think that becomes a conversation about recognizing
the Chicago community.
No, individual communities. Because I think that becomes a conversation about recognizing and understanding who your enemy actually is, right? So you can grow up thinking from the time you're 13 to the time you're 18 that I live on 73rd and the enemy is on 75th. You can believe that. That's wonderful, bro. Shout out to you. You live on 73rd and Phillips. Right? But to understand that there's a much larger enemy that don't give a fuck who on 75th or who on 73rd, or to use a more popular euphemism, 63rd and 65th, 64th, nobody gives a fuck. So now do y'all have the ability to come together to unify in the face of a greater enemy? And even then, what does that look like?
I think part of the conversation is that, man, I don't think the immigrant population matter at all. I think it's a
piece of the puzzle.
It's a manufactured problem with a manufactured solution, but it's a manufacturing all leading to empirical government, right? Like, I think what he's trying to do is create a private army, and what he's doing is occupying an American city in doing so, right? And we got to understand that there's a lot of money in war, and even though we're not calling this a war or an occupation, let one thing go wrong, and it will be that.
I respect them coming to Chicago. I know they went to D.C. and they, did their thing there or whatever, but I respect them coming to Chicago. Like, you take a little trial run or a little warm up in D.C., and then you like, Chicago. The place where everybody say, you ain't gonna do that shit in Chicago. You ain't gonna do that shit in Chicago. Okay.
Who says that?
That was just the conversation.
But see, even that is bullshit, right? We know that Chicago's not in the top 20 most violent cities, right? We argue all the time that our city ain't what y'all make it out to be.
I'm not talking about it as a violent city. I'm talking about it as a pillar city, as a primary city that dictates culture and dictates like leadership. And you talk about how leaders come here to get made, and like Chicago.
What leaders though? Black leaders.
Sure.
Right. So that again brings forth all this shit is like really nuanced to me in my mind.
But white leaders too, they've come through here to be mayors and governors, and then go on to be, White House officials or national government officials. Like that happens too. Well, even just the power of the White Street gangs, the Al Capones, or the fucking Daley family. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I think there's a different level of nuance in, at least in how I view it.
mm-hmm.
Right? I think that the moral compass of America has always lied at the feet of black people. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think the leadership aspect of most black movements come up out of Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? I think the reason it comes up out of Chicago in most instances, and most people wouldn't even probably recognize it, but it's because of geography. Right? We are the most segregated city in America.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So even the success of a Michael Jordan, like, it's hard to say, even though he's the greatest ball player of all time, a lot of his celebrity and fame and stardom is because of the geography of Chicago.
Sure.
Oprah being who Oprah is because of the
That's why the
geography of
NBA put him
Chicago.
here.
Right. Obama being Obama is because of the geography of Chicago. Farrakhan, Jesse, we can go down the line, right? Now put that in perspective, and put in perspective that we've been the moral compass of this country since its inception, right? Just as a people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna manufacture this problem. I'm also manufacture a solution, but the manufacturing of the solution elevates me to a level of emperor status, right? And if the shit goes all the way wrong, really, if it goes all the way wrong, it's to my favor.
I'm good here.
Right? It's really to my benefit if it goes all the way wrong. Because now I can impose sanctions and stop elections and do all the shit that I really want to do. And what would make it go wrong is the powder keg that we're in, right? Me bringing 386 armed, I don't even know what to call them, because they're not really active law enforcement, right?
Goofies.
But to somebody's front door in a neighborhood that is crime ridden and motherfuckers got guns.
Yeah.
Right? And you kick my door in or their door in at 5 in the morning, unannounced, wearing the fucking shiesty, it could very easily turn into somebody getting their fucking brains blown out. And it's just like you said, that whole building dies that night. Everybody dies that night, right? And there's no recourse.
And then
nobody goes to jail. It don't make the promo video don't come out, right? But they're bringing in the American Army, right? And now he has his goal accomplished. So it's just a powder keg of wild shit. And it's like, what do you do?
Calm under pressure.
Yeah, but that's a lot of faith in a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying faith. I'm saying you ask what the solution would be. And I'm not saying it's a solution, but it has to start with calm under pressure. You have to think through this shit. You have to think ahead of this shit, because they already 5-10 steps ahead before they take step one, because they have the luxury of being that. Whereas the American citizens, by and large, don't have the luxury of thinking that far ahead. I'm just trying to pay the bill today. I'm just trying to feed the baby today. You know what I'm saying? Especially on 75th and South Shore Drive. So if we eat 2 meals a day at the corner restaurant, this idea of me thinking so far ahead, like, I'm not on that. I'm just trying to fucking survive. And it doesn't afford you the opportunity to be that far ahead. And the government fucking knows that. They know that. But even knowing that, they pull up at 1 a.m. from above and from below in budget trucks. And it's like, with ski mask on and flashbangs.
And I saw a video yesterday somebody took at the 95th Street at the light on 95th and Stony, where they got the train, the tracks above, and they was bringing in all these army vans, vehicles, all this army equipment shit. Like, shit's getting real interesting, man. And I don't know. You always had them conversations as a shorty, like, if I lived during the '60s or if we was in the revolution, I woulda. Well,
let's find the fuck out.
You here now, my
now
G.
you live in the 2020s.
Yep. You here now, my G.
Yeah. You live in the 2020s.
And my fear behind that is that we're more disconnected than ever.
We are.
You know what I mean? And how do you band together as a unified group under these kind of conditions?
Without established leadership, structure. It's tough. Trump is a fucking idiot, but he's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. He's doing it on purpose. And my only hope is that it pushes people to the brink where they have no choice but to unify, galvanize, and do what we should have been doing for 100 years already. So come together, my people. It's us. Steph Curry's wife, Aisha, hot rod of conversation right now. She's come out. She's made some statements. The clips have gone out. People see the clips. They go ape shit. Essentially, she's saying, or as I interpret what she's saying, I ain't never really fucking asked to be Steph Curry's wife. Like, I didn't even marry Steph Curry, if we want to really be clear about it. I fell in love with
Steph Curry.
No. Yes and no.
Yes.
Follow what I'm saying, though.
I'm following what you're saying.
Okay. Cool. Follow what I'm saying. I did not even marry this Steph Curry nigga. I fell in love with Steph. I got with him. He becomes Steph Curry. And now I'm kind of beholden to that position that comes along with being Steph Curry's wife. I ain't never asked for this fucking shit. I ain't never shot a fucking basketball ever. Now, do I wear the purses and drive the cars and take the trips and live in the cribs? And yes, I do. So I understand what comes along with that. But is there ever a point where I'm able and free to say, yeah, I didn't really choose this shit? I would have loved that nigga however he was when I met him. I supported his dreams. I wanted him to reach him. That I know he was going to become one of the best basketball players ever. How the fuck would I know that? That's a lie? He was a hooper when she met him too, but not Steph Curry though.
See, but that's why I differ though.
Dale Curry, his father, hooper, could go anywhere the fuck he wants to go.
Again though, right? When you said I didn't marry Steph Curry. No, yes the fuck you did. And Steph Curry is Steph Curry from all Steph Curry's days. No, it's not Cap. Steph Curry is the same Steph Curry. He's not responsible for Steph Curry's fame. He's not responsible for how other people view him. He's not even responsible for his celebrity. His dream, his dedication, his whole life was wrapped into this. And it's been that, right? And if you love him, and he loves that the way he does, and it's in all the stories, he ain't changed on you one bit. Why is it, and I didn't even see the interview, so I'm not talking about this specific interview. Why does that, and it's the same shit I was saying about the Michelle Obama fucking podcast. You are an embarrassment to that situation because you got to be in the fucking media. You don't got to be in the motherfucking media. Even if you feel that way. You don't got to be getting interviewed.
This is why I asked you to follow what I was saying and not just wait to say what you wanted to say. She's not saying anything to denigrate Steph Curry as a person. That he chose some way, that he switched up on me. None of that. Just what her role becomes because of how he ascends. Nothing against him. Not saying he switched up, he changed. What my role becomes because of how he ascends. I didn't ask for this shit.
What does her role becomes because he ascends?
Pressure packed.
Why?
Because of his ascension into superstardom. Because of his ascension into, I can't walk out the fucking door without motherfuckers going ape shit, taking pictures. I can't go to the store and grab this, that, or the third. Like, I didn't ask for that. If I'm Aisha Curry, I didn't ask for that. I'm happy for him. I've supported him through it. And he has ascended to become one of the best basketball players to ever play the game.
What was the statement she made, though?
Agree with that. I just disagree with that.
Okay.
What was the statement she made, though? Right? Not how she feels about it.
I essentially told you what she said. I didn't choose this shit. I never said I wanted to be this superstar basketball wife and just be at home and raise these kids. I have my own dreams, my own goals, my own aspirations. I want to build my own shit. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and what's stopping you from doing so?
Being Steph Curry's wife.
Shit, that would seem like to me would be a red carpet to get it done.
Depending on how you see it, bro.
As fucking exactly. Whole argument I'm making. Just like depending on how she sees his fame. And what I'm saying is, in his relationship to his life and how he plays life, he don't see himself in that light. He is Steph Curry from Davidson. He has these things. He is these things. The nigga don't curse. The nigga ain't in the spotlight. He ain't trying to go for this. And that. He's D Rose, right? All the famous celebrity D Rose got. D Rose is a regular dude, and he appreciates being a regular dude. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there are people who appreciate the fame. LeBron is doing a fucking press conference because I'm retiring tomorrow. Whatever the fuck that goofy nigga's doing.
Do you know what that was about?
No.
I'm going to tell you later because he gets on my fucking nerves.
But either way, he seeks that light. You understand? There are people who seeks the light.
Yeah.
Right? Steph loves the game. That's it. Right? And he loves his family and his wife and his kids. That's proven. And I'm not even saying she don't.
Right.
But her understanding of fame is flawed. And you don't have to be out there. Same argument I was making about Michelle Obama with a podcast. You don't have to do this. There's no value in you doing this. There's no reason why your ass should be talking about who's fucking who. There's no reason for that. And if you want to live like that, do it at your fucking kitchen table because you got access to the same fucking people. And when you do it because of you don't understand celebrity, you denigrate the man next to you. And you're only famous and celebrity because you're next to him.
Yeah, I disagree. I disagree. You can't tell me you can't have it both ways. You can't tell me that this fame and celebrity comes with it and tell me don't access it, don't utilize it when I have something to say.
You know how many famous people we know that got mobs of children and you don't know nothing about them, you don't know what they look like, you don't know their names, you don't know shit about them.
Because I'm not interested in the motherfuckers.
Either way, because they specifically didn't want them to be.
I don't know Steph's kids' names.
In the spotlight.
For $100 million, I couldn't name one of Steph's kids.
But you know what they look like. You've seen you've seen them.
I've seen his oldest daughter because she be at the games.
They're uber celebrity, uber famous motherfuckers who don't know what none of their kids look like. Because they specifically separated that part of their life from that part of their life. All I'm saying is, man, get out the media. What are you being in for? What are you being interviewed for by anybody other than being Steph Curry's wife? What would your opinion matter if you were not Steph Curry's wife? Who the fuck wants to talk to you?
Her opinion matters on this to me because she's living the experience that she's speaking on. A person's opinion on any given subject is only as valuable as their experience within it.
Hear what I'm saying, Herb. She's saying, I don't want this experience. While craving this experience. You have the option not to have that experience. You've not done anything worthy of
I'm supposed
interview.
to leave my husband?
No, bro. You just got to deny the interview. You ain't got to talk to the media.
The interview ain't her problem, bro.
Oh,
and not doing the interview isn't going to change her problem.
What I'm saying?
What are you missing? Not doing the interview isn't going to change her problem.
I didn't see the interview, but your logic said, hey, I don't want what comes with being Steph Curry's wife. I never opted for this.
Right.
While doing the shit that is that.
Too. She been his wife for 20 fucking years.
You missing what
this interview she didn't become that when she did the interview.
How many Juanita Jordan interviews you seen?
Very few.
My point exactly.
I don't get it.
It don't matter.
Do you know Juanita's history?
It don't matter.
Do you know Juanita's history? And I want to speak on this sensitively because her son's my partner. Time out.
Juanita lived right next door to Lucian and them.
Time out.
She lived right next door to Lucian and them. That's their next door neighbor.
I want to speak sensitively on this. But do you know her history?
In what regard? I know them. I know they.
Do you know who she dated before she dated Michael Jordan?
I don't give a shit.
Take a fucking guess what that person did. Just take a guess.
Who?
Yes, at a very high level, very fucking famous.
What does that mean, though?
That she's a different person than Aisha Curry.
What does that have to do with the point I made?
So that's why she likes this shit, is what I'm saying.
You saying Juanita likes it?
Yes.
And did that super prove my point? What are you missing? Juanita likes it. She would be craving that energy, that spotlight, right?
No. She doesn't have anything to say about this. This is all fine with me. I will be over here, chilling. I don't have goals and aspirations. I'm cool.
But that's false too.
I did want to be Superstar's wife. I didn't want to do shit.
How you making that statement though?
What do you mean?
And even if she wanted to be Superstar's wife, that don't separate her from having goals and aspirations.
I'm telling you what my goals and aspirations were, though.
And there's other goals and aspirations attached to that too, just like what the Steph Curry's wife said. I want to build my own shit. I love this man, but I want to do my own thing too.
Sure. Okay, I don't want to keep using. I don't want to keep going down that.
And but the argument you make it, in my opinion, places the goalpost over here. That's not the argument I'm making.
You brought her into it, but
I did because of the level of celebrity of Michael Jordan.
Right.
Because of the level of similarity of Michael Jordan,
you know the comparison you made between Steph and LeBron?
Let me finish the statement. Even LeBron.
The comparison you made between Steph and LeBron is the comparison I'm making between Aisha and Juanita. Some people are perfectly fine with this shit. Others are not. This is what I came in here for. And if it wasn't going to be Michael Jordan, there's going to be Reggie Theus. If it wasn't going to be Reggie Theus,
what's Bron's wife's name? Savannah, right?
Yeah.
How many times have we heard Savannah speak? I know she did a podcast for a hot second. She did do that. But that was very recent.
Yeah, Savannah do her shit.
So I don't know it like that, so I don't want to use her. But I know Mike, right? And I know Mike's celebrity, right? All my argument is the level of celebrity. I'm sure Juanita had access to motherfuckers wanting to talk to Juanita. I'm sure. Regardless of what it was about, I'm sure there was access points to motherfuckers saying, I want to talk to you.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to you.
Wait, period. Right. That's all she had to say was, I don't want to talk to you.
Why did Aisha have to say that?
She don't want this life. Then get the fuck from in front of the camera.
That's what she wanted to say. She's already been in this life. For 20 years, she's been in this life.
You missing my point. I don't know what else to say.
You missing my point.
I don't know. P looking at you like he don't understand either. Like,
I don't give a fuck that y'all agree.
Was you high before you came to this? I don't get it.
I don't care that y'all disagree with me. Y'all missing the point.
It ain't even just about disagreeing, right?
It is about disagreeing.
No, it's not just about It's
you
not just about
y'all right.
No, it's
y'all
not. I do think
I don't
I'm
care
right.
There's two of y'all.
I do think I'm right, but it's not even about the shit I just. If you, based on your logic, because I said I didn't see the interview.
Yeah, my logic didn't say nothing about what you're talking about.
I don't want this life. Then the shit you do is opposite of that.
Who? Have you seen her do interviews?
What about? I say I don't want to be a fucking bowler, but I stay at a bowling alley every fucking day. It's oxymoronic.
Have you seen her do interviews like this before?
I don't watch none of her fucking interviews, but obviously she makes the subject all the time.
If she hasn't done this shit before, this isn't because she did the interview. She's been living this life for 20 years without any interviews.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
She been outside. Like I think she just now backing up off of the shit is because she's been embarrassed in the press and media before. Like I think that's probably why she's standoffish now. It's been so many times she been out here and said statements about regarding just little shit, just embarrassing. This is not the first time she's embarrassed him. In my opinion, that's all.
It's not, which is why she's a topic of conversation again.
Can I ask both of y'all a question? Who the fuck said she embarrassed him? You? I'm asking because once Killer Mike came out, popped off his shit, and Steph, who never responds to this shit like this, was like, "Hey, bro. You know what the fuck you talking about? We good over here. Mind your motherfucking business." So if Steph didn't say I'm embarrassed, who the fuck are y'all to say she embarrassed him?
You got it.
I'm serious.
Me too.
Okay, wonderful.
This shit is dull to me. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Y'all get to dictate that he embarrassed.
No, look, what I said was I didn't see the interview. What I responded to was what you said about the interview. And what you said about the interview validates the statement I made.
No, you said she embarrassed him.
I didn't say embarrassed out my fucking mouth. P said she embarrassed him. I said I responded to the shit you said.
Y'all the same nigga.
Oh, okay.
Y'all caping for the same
That's
side.
That's why I debate with my equals. That's why I debate with my equals. This shit gets circular.
He's a goofball.
The goddamn poor ass with a young education.
We gotta go. Any more lies you want to tell before we dip?
Yeah, bless CPS. I'm glad they got Mexicans there. Maybe they'll raise their standards. motherfucker. Like now you doing Mexican shit. Oh my God.
Bitch, you gonna get your stupid ass over here, eh? We gotta go, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Hey man, salute to Stafford Asia Curry, man. If you love it, I like it. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. But per the argument you made, you're
I
wrong.
didn't make an argument.
You absolutely just made a fucking argument.
All right, cool.
Anyway, man, salam alaikum. Get your fucking ear to your shit so I can go home.
Bye.
Thank you.